Well, hello, it's Vasily Fisk. I've got my Vasily Fisk cap on. You see it says Fisk. And I'm the metaphysical detective from Carnaby Street in London. Now, I'm wearing my Venezuela t-shirt. Everyone knows that there's something going on, and we want to tell you what it is. Now, because we're metaphysical detectives at Fisk and Cherny & Co., we're going to tell you the metaphysics of it all. It is not metaphysical at all. It is a cheap carbon copy, cheap and tawdry. They copied the Dustin Hoffman film. I think it was Dustin Hoffman. Pretty sure. Wag the Dog. Wag the Dog, and it was about an American president who has all kinds of domestic troubles, and he created a phony war, and he got Hollywood producers to come in and stage the whole event. And what's going on in Venezuela right now? Everyone knows that Donald Trump is having a really hard time. He fires everybody that comes on his staff. And he can't get his agenda done. 2 years in a 4-year term, and he hasn't even broken ground for this damn wall. And he was going to drain the swamp. There's been no arrests of the so-called Illuminati that he was supposed to be taking out. Nothing was done with the military. Go and rout out all these illegally stored accounts, all the gold that was stored in Indonesia. Yes, World War II, Japan went through the Far East and conquered all those countries and stole all their gold that belonged to the people. It was actually the secret dragon societies were like Skull and Bones of the Far East. And then they took it all to Indonesia and they buried it in a vault and conveniently forgot to give it back after the Americans won the war, because the Americans wanted to use it for their own purposes. Greedy, everyone knows greed. Now, let's remember what we know about Indonesia. Okay, you had a couple of dictators there. There was Sukarno and somebody else. Oh, and let's remember the adopted father name for Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama, Barry Soetoro. Soetoro was an Indonesian. So you've got Obama's adopted father. His mother had a fling with an Indonesian power person. And so there's another connection with Indonesia. And everyone knows that Barack Obama is like Barry Soetoro. And then it gets really weird if you listen to Andrew Basiago of Seattle, who is a lawyer and at one time considered running for president. He talked about something called Project Pegasus. Pegasus, and everyone knows that my previous video on this channel was about Battlestar Pegasus. Pegasus is the project that is about the El Segundo jump room. A jump room is a man-made portal. And you walk through it, it's like on Stargate. You walk through it and you end up someplace else. And the one in El Segundo goes to Mars, where there's a Mars colony. And, pardon me, I was going to check to see if my drink was ready. I keep losing it. Okay, all right, so El Segundo jump room. Basiago let the cat out of the bag a long time ago, Project Pegasus. And Soetoro was in Basiago's group when they were very young, and they went to the Mars colony. And everyone knows that in Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger went to the Mars colony. Everyone thinks it's science fiction, don't they? Now, time travel is very interesting when we talk about President Donald Trump. So first of all, we had President Obama going through portals to Mars, and with Project Pegasus, it just gets weirder and weirder. Okay, so in the late 1800s, there was a book, and it was 1800s, like 1896 or something. And it was about the strange time-traveling tales of one Baron Trump. Now, whose son is named Baron Trump? The little boy, well, I don't know, he's maybe a tween or teenager or something. He belongs to Donald Trump. And if you go and you look for this book, it's very cheap. You can buy it on Amazon Kindle. It talks about time travel, and it's Baron Trump. And now we know, let's see, we got Donald Trump's uncle, who basically was told by, I'm not sure if it was FBI or CIA, but somebody from the American government sent Donald Trump's uncle to go and pilfer all of the Tesla information, the patents and all the secret documents that Nikola Tesla, who is one of the inventors of electrical transmission in like the late 1800s, early 1900s, and then when he was, I'm not going to say he was assassinated, but you know, he died a penniless beggar because the banksters, Morgan Bank, Pierpont Morgan, who was originally his backer, pulled the plug on Tesla and blackballed him because Tesla was going to give us all free energy. He was brilliant. Now, so anyway, Donald Trump's uncle was some kind of a professor, and he was sent to go and get all the information for the government, all the stuff that Tesla had in his vault. So there you go. So Donald Trump, he's in something weird, something very weird, too many weird coincidences. So, anyways, State of the Union address. Oh, okay, earlier today, Juanita, who is one of our tarot card readers, Juanita drew the tarot card, the Tower. And if you watched our earlier video, it was done by King Ludwig of Bavaria. No one say Bavarian Illuminati Ludwig. But Ludwig talked a very long lecture, very good, about the Tower card and what it means in tarot. And he basically said it has everything to do with people like Saruman of Lord of the Rings. He was a wizard who was a good wizard, and then something happened to him. He got jealous of Sauron in Mordor, and he decided to go and emulate Sauron, and he turned Isengard into an armaments industry, and he created orcs, which were like demonic beings, to be his army, and he ruined Isengard, and then he just started to go and cut down the forest. And, well, then I'm not going to spoil the movie for you, that's all I'm going to tell you. But Saruman lived in a great big tower. And what is this all about? It's about power-hungry people. And Saruman was incredibly power-hungry, and he wanted to take over the world before Sauron of Mordor did it. So I drew that one when I was Juanita. Everyone knows that I play all the characters here. And basically that all means it has to do with the ego. And what happens if you're in a tower card, all the people fall out of the top of the tower. They fall out. I don't know if they're pushed or whatever, but they always fall out of the top of the tower, down, 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 like in that B-52 song Rock Lobster. Down, 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 down. So something is up with someone's big ego. I don't know if it's Mr. Trump, or if it's Nancy Pelosi, or if it's any of these newscasters that are constantly talking. I wouldn't say Chuck Todd, but someone has got a huge ego, and it's going to be Humpty Dumpty, and this ego is going to be exposed, according to Juanita, our tarot card reader. Ludmila from Belarus decided to take the night off. She had a touch of the cold. Okay. Anyways, that's your update from Vasily Fisk, Fisk and Chernenko, Metaphysical Detectives. And now we're going to it's pizza, photobombing everything tonight. Thank you. We're gonna see who's gonna come next. Bye.